Oh, hey, everybody. We got a great show for you tonight. Senator Adam Schiff was my guest. We harmonized on 7 Bridges Road. What a voice. I cried. But before we start the show, I want to let you know something that I found out just last night. Next year will be our last season. The network will be ending The Late Show in May. And
Paramount has just decided to end The Late Show with Stephen Colbert the moment Stephen's contract with them ends. A very popular and critically acclaimed show, literally 3 days after this.
my mustache comes to you with a heavy heart because while I was on vacation, my parent corporation, Paramount, paid Donald Trump a $16 million settlement over his 60 Minutes lawsuit. As someone who has always been a proud employee of this network, I am offended. And I don't know if anything will ever repair my trust in this company. But just taking a stab at it, I'd say $16 million would help. This settlement is for a nuisance lawsuit Trump filed claiming that 60 Minutes deceptively edited their interview with then-candidate Kamala Harris last fall. Paramount knows they could have easily fought it because, in their own words, the lawsuit was completely without merit. And keep in mind, Paramount produced Transformers: Rise of the Beast. They know completely without merit. Now, unlike the payoffs from ABC and Twitter, Paramount's settlement did not include an apology.
So why did Paramount pay the $16 million out-of-court settlement with Trump if it wasn't even willing to issue an apology? Well, as Stephen goes on to explain, Paramount is in the middle of trying to be bought by Skydance Media, owned by Trump's buddy, Larry, and his son, David Ellison. They're seeking approval for an $8.4 billion merger from the U.S. Federal Communications Commission, the FCC. So the $16 million settlement was, in Stephen's words,
Now, I believe... What can I say? Mr. Stephen loves to dance. Now, I believe that this kind of complicated financial settlement with a sitting government official has a technical name in legal circles. It's big fat bribe.
The merger will be approved because Trump would like CBS to be more like Fox News, and the cancellation of Colbert's show was just a signal, a sweetener, if you will, to further entice Trump and his administration to allow the merger to go through by vanquishing one of his enemies from the spotlight. The fact that it happened 3 days after he slammed their bribe to Trump lays bare, I believe, how naive the belief was that corporate giants should in any way, shape, or form be allowed to own the news. Suffice to say, Stephen himself was not happy about this.
Yeah, I share your feelings. It's not just the end of our show, but it's the end of The Late Show on CBS. I'm not being replaced. This is all just going away.
That's because you're irreplaceable, Stephen. But seriously, it's true. Paramount has just decided to end a 33-year-old show with nearly 10 million subscribers on YouTube because of purely financial considerations. And you know, that's the fucking problem with corporations owning the news. There's really no way for us to dispute that, even though we all really know why they canceled the show. And it's important to note, whatever your personal views about Stephen's show, he was a little bit more of a liberal than a leftist for my tastes. He still had a tremendously successful show. His monologues have always gotten a couple of million views. And if a few million views for every single monologue you post isn't enough for Paramount not to consider you financially unviable, then nothing will be. In politics, you honestly can't do much better than that. Which leads us to Trump's response to this. Remember, the whole thing is for his benefit. which of course was as 5-year-old as you'd expect. I absolutely love that Colbert got fired. His talent, even less than his ratings. I hear Jimmy Kimmel is next. Excellent. The fat orange king is appeased. The merger will go ahead. Yeah, Paramount CEO is an AI now. But beyond the jokes, this is of course really fucking bad. Trump is walking the tried and tested paths that all his friends on the international stage have trodden, from the Sultan to the great Orban to Putin to Xi. All the great strongmen he so fucking looks up to have long ago ensured that they can control what the media says. That's like dictatorship 101. And with one of his buddies gaining control of Paramount and by extension CBS, he gets much closer to achieving that. Now, I don't know whether Jimmy Kimmel is next, but I do know that CBS hosts another exceptional political commentator whose current contract expires in December, who, along with a former CBS journalist he brought on his show, had this to say about their $16 million settlement.
So explain to me what was going through the mind of Paramount when they said, oh yeah, we screwed up, here's your money. Why not? Why didn't they fight it?
They never said we screwed up.
What did they
just paid the money.
So just flat out protection money.
Yeah, it was a shakedown. That's what I call it. I mean, some people call it extortion. That's a legal term. I'm not, but so, shakedown is like.
Obviously, this is opinion. Is this purely Paramount buying their way? They are being sold right now.
Yes.
To a gentleman who is friends with the president.
Yes.
Larry Ellison and his son David Ellison.
Yes.
Of Skydance. Was this settlement just a payment so that this merger can go through and not be challenged by Trump's FCC?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not looking good, John. Jimmy, remember, they came for Stephen first.